So what will it take to help Eskom keep the lights on? Treasury has laid out some conditions it wants the power utility to adhere to if it's to receive any financial assistance. Now in July, Finance Minister Tito Mboweni tabled a plan to allocate 59 billion rand to the embattled utility over the next couple of years. Lindsay Dentlinger was in Parliament today when Treasury's DG briefed the Special Appropriation Committee about the intended bailout. She joins us now live. So Lindsay, what are these conditions Treasury has set out for Eskom?
Shahan, none of these conditions are yet set in stone. The committee wanting to know exactly what those conditions are, because the bill does allow National Treasury to impose conditions before, after and even during the transfer of this money. Dondo Mokgojane saying that Treasury is still working on those conditions, but he did give some idea of what they were mulling, and that includes shutting down or selling off Eskom's finance company. That is its arm that primarily doles out money to employees for financing for employees and has a loan book of over 10 billion rand. That's one thing that Treasury wants to see sold off, saying it's not Eskom's core business. They're also wanting to see a full schedule of Eskom's debts, exactly when those are due, when those repayments are due. So a host of conditions that they are mulling. But here is Dondo Mokgojane explaining some more as to what Treasury is thinking on this score.
We're saying to them additional funding should be used to pay off financial obligations, to pay off debt and interest first, and not pay bonuses like honorable member was suggesting that we hope they are not doing that. No, it's a condition that as we give you money, you can only pay off debt and pay interest, and we want to see demonstration of that. And if you require funding for other operations, they must seek our approval first. If they want to use the 20 or the 49 billion for whatever reason other than this, they must then come to us, and we can engage based on approval.
So where is this money coming from, and will it be enough to actually keep the power utility afloat?
Shahan, we don't quite know yet. You might recall that when Tito Mboweni tabled that bill, he said that government might have to look at adjusting its borrowings when it comes round to tabling what is commonly known as the medium-term budget in October. So we are not yet told exactly where all this money will be coming from. We know that Eskom has received about 13.6 billion of about 17 billion rand that it was allocated from Treasury in April through emergency funding. I should point out that none of this money that forms part of this bill has obviously been paid out yet, because it's still having to go through all those parliamentary hoops. So it remains to be seen exactly how Treasury plans to fund all of this. And in answer to your question as to whether it's going to be enough, is it ever enough for Eskom? We know that this is only part of 230 billion rand pledged to Eskom over the next 10 years.
All right, we'll leave it right there. Lindsay Dentlinger is in Cape Town.